Let's talk about activities for a minute, because this is what's going to drive your results. See, in every dealership in the country, every time I'm in a dealership, I look up on a wall either in the sales room or at the sales tower, and there's this results board, right? It shows check marks, right? Slashes for half deals, X's for full deals, and it keeps track of my results throughout the month. And results boards are fine, but you've got to start driving activities. If you're a sales manager, work on the activities. If you're a salesperson, work on your own activities. Ask yourself this: do I want to sell 30 cars this month? Let's say that you're not normally a 30 car a month person. Let's say you're normally, say, a 12 car a month person, but you want to sell 30 next month. So you're on the 9th of the month, right? And you look up at your results board and you've got 8 out. That's a lot, right? Especially for a normal 12 car a month person. Are you on track to sell 30? What do you think you're on track for? When I ask this in training sessions, I get all sorts of answers. I get 25, 27, 30, right? Because you're going to end the month strong. Let me tell you what you're on track for. It's the 9th of the month, you've got 8 out, and you're working on your results. You look at the results board and see that. You're on track to sell 12. No, you really are. See, I said you're normally a 12 car a month person, and when you work on your results, weird things happen. This is automotive. It happens all the time. I've seen it happen again and again and again, and that's this. It's the 9th of the month, I got 8 out. I got this month licked. Wow, I'm going to sell 30 this month, easy. And I start to kick back a little bit, and I start to qualify. I look outside and I see an up on the lot, and I think, it's pretty hot out there. I'll let somebody else take that tire kicker, right? Because I'm going to sell 30. And maybe I get brown bottle flu for a week. I don't know. But here's what happens. Around the 22nd of the month, I look up, and now I've got 10 out, right? I sold 8 the first 9 days of the month, and since then I only sold 2. It happens. It happens more often than anybody would care to admit it. Now I scramble, and for the last 8 days of the month, I sell 2 more, and I make my 12. And the universe is right? Everything's balanced in the universe. Because a 12 car a month guy, me, I got my 12 cars. See, you need to manage your activities and quit worrying about your results. If you'll do the activities, the results will take care of themselves. So let's talk about this. You say, Steve, yeah, I'm not normally a 30 car a month person. I want to sell 30 cars next month. How do I sell 30 cars next month? Well, I'm going to ask you, how many quality outbound calls are you willing to make each day? How many quality outbound calls are you willing to make each week? And how many quality outbound calls are you willing to make next month? Are you willing to try to collect 100% of the email addresses of everybody who walks on the lot? And are you willing to try to collect 100% of the phone numbers for everybody you up on the lot? See, you've got to get that information into the CRM so that you can make these phone calls to these people. And I'm going to give you the math. If you will make 1,000 quality calls, 1,000 quality calls next month, you will sell 30 cars. That's my guarantee. Some of you are like, oh, Steve, I thought you were serious about selling 30 cars. I can't make 1,000 calls. Sure you can. I'm going to give you the math in a second, but I want you to understand something. This is math. It's not magic. It really is math. So some of you are thinking, well, Steve, I don't have 1,000 people to try to talk to. I'm not talking about calling 1,000 people. If we're talking about owner marketing appointments, I'm really talking about calling 200 to 250 people next month. But I'm going to have to call them 4 to 5 times each because I'm going to get voicemail. See, when I said 1,000 quality calls, I didn't mean talking to 1,000 people. I'm going to get voicemail 900 times next month. Anywhere between 800 and 900 times, I really am going to get voicemail. But if I leave a quality voicemail, if I do the voicemail the right way, I'm going to generate calls back, right? I'm going to generate people calling me, wanting to speak to me to try to sell me their vehicle. So I'm only going to speak to about 100 people next month. I really am. And I'm only going to set 50 appointments that show out of those 100 people. But remember the math from earlier? The average salesperson closes 60% of their owner marketing appointments that show. See, even if I'm average, I'm going to sell 30 of those 50 appointments that show next month. Okay, Steve, I get how that math works, but I still don't understand. I don't have time to make 1,000 calls a month. Yes, you do, and I'm going to prove it to you. Because the number we're talking about is not 1,000. The number we're talking about is 50. I need you to make 50 quality calls per weekday times 20 weekdays in a month. That equals your 1,000 calls. All right, Steve, you expect me to make 50 calls every weekday? Yeah, I do, and here's how you're going to do it. Between 8:30 and 11 every day, that's 2.5 hours. For the average dealer in America, on a weekday from 8:30 to 11, you are getting 0, 1, or 2 ups, and that's it. Not counting appointments, 0, 1, or 2 ups, that's it. Let somebody else take those ups. From 8:30 to 11 every weekday, I'm going to make my 50 calls because 45 times I'm going to get voicemail. I'm going to spend about 15 seconds leaving a great voicemail, give you another minute and 45 seconds to put good notes in the CRM, left voicemail number 3, and go to the next call. I'm only going to talk to 5 people, and those 5 people, I'm not going to spend 11, 12, 20 minutes on the phone. If I do the call the right way, and I ask for the appointment right away, and I say, Mr. Jones, it's Steve Stauning calling from Stauning Jeep. Now, this may sound a little strange, but my general manager, he wanted me to call you today because we've got a buyer and an immediate need for your 2012 Cherokee. Now, I don't know if you'd consider selling it or not, but I do have 2 appraisal times open on Cherokees this afternoon. I've got a 12:15 and a 12:45. Which one of those works better for you? That call should last about 2 to 3 minutes. It really should, and that's it. Even if I give you another 3 minutes to put great notes in the CRM and to make your appointment folder and do all of that, I'm only talking about 30 minutes a day of talking to people and 90 minutes a day of leaving voice messages. Do the math, that's 2 hours a day. Every single salesperson watching this video today, you have 2 hours every weekday. You have 2 hours where you got your hands in your pockets or you're sitting outside smoking or whatever else that's not making you any money. Start driving the activities. Make yourself make the phone calls and the results will come.